Off of play action, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, what a start to the season here. Cincinnati and Cleveland, AFC North rivals, Ohio rivals. I don't know what to make of this division. It feels like anyone could win it, including these Browns.
And you're right about that, and how historic would that...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
11 mighty.
Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them. Show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
11 mighty. 11.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
11. 12. 11 MT.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Burrow. And a fine chase on the right side complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
11 mighty.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
12.
Burrow on play action. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. O.J. Howard, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios amongst them. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had 2.
They've got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. the man in motion. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So part of it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. We'll see how this one continues.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. They can.
First down. Here's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. He's into space past the 25. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. O.J. Howard, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trying. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
If for some reason you doubted Chase's elite ability, how about this? Missed 5 games last season, still reached 1,000 yards and made the Pro Bowl. His name always at the forefront of the game's greatest playmakers.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
11, 11. 11, MT, Tate. 11, Thomas.
Now Burrow to throw on second down.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
On third down, Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Here we go.
2 yards is the pickup, and the Bengals are going to have a first and goal.
Mixon is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. O.J. Howard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Round 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Browns drive about to get started. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They run it again with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Bengals' 47-yard line.
Watson off play action. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. He's got room at the 30, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Chubb running right. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Motion man is Schwartz. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
11 coming.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
11 MT.
Again, it's Mixon. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 59 yards. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, you got to snap it. You got to snap it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
42. Browns 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
Here we go.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
12, 11 MT. Dot.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
114 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11 Thomas. Dot.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season.